there! So for today's video, it is going to be a DIY room decor, and I am so excited about this because I finally get to share what I do when I am bored in the summer. Now, what I typically do is I find all these cool projects to do that can spice up my room, and the ones I am showing to you guys today are some of my favorites. So anyway, let's get into it. For this very first DIY, you're going to need a plastic dust protector and colored paper. Once you have your paper picked out, you just need to mark how thick you want your strips, and I will make them a little thicker just because you're going to use a lot of paper and it looks better also. Now I'm cutting the strips with scissors, but this creates some uneven lines and sometimes takes a long time, so another option is to use a paper cutter, and this just creates cleaner lines and it's 2 times as fast. The paper I used was too short to cover my whole desk mat, so I had to cut shorter strips of the same paper to make sure that it covered the whole thing. Now you just want to tape that shorter strip to the longer strip, and keep in mind that when you cut the shorter strip, you want to make it a little bit longer than it has to be, so when you do tape it, you can overlap it, because if you have it where it's the exact size and they just match up at the ends, then the tape can sometimes be showing, and that would stick to the top of the desk mat. And when you're done taping them together, just throw it in a pile. When you're done taping, just take up your pile of paper strips and remove the desk mat. After you have removed your desk mat, you just want to lay those strips out how you want them to look under the mat. Once you have finished putting your strips down, you can just put the desk mat on. And you can tape them if you want to, but for me, once I put the desk mat on, the strips didn't move at all. And then you're finished. For the second DIY, you're going to need a frame, stickers, and any colored paper. To start off, you need to take the backing off of the frame and remove the glass piece. Next, lay it out on a piece of paper, and it can be any pattern piece of paper, any kind of paper of your choice. Just keep in mind that this is going to be the background of our overall frame. And now just cut it out with some scissors. Now just find some cool stickers that you want to use. I found these really cool ones of antique maps lying around my house, and then set aside the stickers you're going to want to use in your frame later. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory, but now you're just going to take off all the stickers that you want to use and stick them on the side of your desk. Then I just went through and cut the stickers into cool shapes that I wanted to use on my frame, and obviously you can do them any shapes you want. I did some in hearts, I think I did a few in squares. Sometimes I just cut out the name that were on the stickers, like the world map, and then I just started putting them on. And also, I had this old heart that my friend had made for me, and I just thought it looked cute with the frame, so I put it on there. After you have finished putting all of your stickers on, then just put it in the frame and you are finished. I made 2 of these and I just put them in different places in my room. This DIY, you just need ribbon, tags, and anything you want to put on a bulletin board. Now this is the centerpiece of the bulletin board, and I am just stringing a word out of ribbon. And I would recommend doing this in cursive, first of all because it looks better, and second of all, it is so much easier and it uses less tacks. I mean, come on. Now since the word books is in the center of my bulletin board, I decided to put a lot of stuff on the bulletin board that had to do with books, and since I like to draw and I like art, I decided to draw a lot of it. Like I drew the Hogwarts crest. And you can obviously put whatever you want up there. You can put tickets, pictures, drawings, stuff like that. After you have finished putting your stuff on there, then you can just hang it up on the wall. What I love about this DIY is that you can constantly be changing it. So if you want to change it for the seasons, or if you change what your room, like your room decor, then you can change it to fit with that, and you're always going to have this. And also it's really nice to pin reminders up on it too. For this DIY, you will need a frame, paper, and scissors. When you get most frames, it comes with a mat inside, which is what you're going to need for this very first step. So take this mat out, I guess it looks like a smaller frame, and you need to trace the outside of it on a piece of paper and also the inside, and this piece of paper is going to be your background, so I would just make it white. And then just cut it out. This is probably the hardest part of any of these DIYs, and it is making the strips for the chevron pattern. Now to start off, to make it easier, I would cut a diagonal line in your paper, and what this is going to do is going to start by making that edge that's going to be in the center of the chevron pattern so that it actually looks like chevron. This is sort of a learn as you go process. It took me a few tries to get it like this. Just look at chevron patterns closely and you should get it. And the angle that those two strips make when they line up, it's almost a 90-degree angle, but it's a little bit more of an obtuse angle. And once you really get the hang of it, you can totally have fun experimenting with different methods of laying out the chevron pattern. After you have finished cutting all of your strips, then you can just glue them on, or you can use double-sided tape, just whatever method. Once you finish gluing everything down, then you can just put that piece of paper in the frame, and then you're finished. I had so much fun making this, I actually made 2. Hello again. I really hope that you enjoyed that video and that you tried them out because they're really fun to do. And also, if you have any video suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, you should subscribe, because I will definitely be posting more videos soon. Bye!